Yes, yesterday we have studied about the solar system, the planets and other things. And now we are going to study about the dwarf planets, our Earth and etc. Then dwarf planets. Dwarf planets. A celestial body that orbits the sun. Dwarf planet is a celestial body that orbits around the sun. What is dwarf planet? Dwarf planets are the celestial body that orbit the sun. It also round in shape. The dwarf planets are round in shape, and it includes Pluto, Ceres, Eris, Makemake, and Humo. So, in earlier considered to be the smallest planet, was classified as a dwarf planet in 2006. And Pluto take 248 years to go around the sun. Pluto take 248 years to go around the sun, and its one day in Pluto is 6.5 days that in Earth. One day in Pluto is about 6.5 days on Earth. Okay. Then next our Earth. Our Earth. Earth is a unique planet. Why Earth is called a unique planet? Because in Earth only we can see the water and life. Okay, that's why Earth is called a unique planet. And Earth is the only planet which have that life. Earth is the only planet which have the life. And the photographs of the Earth taken from space shows it is that the planet is with a shade of blue and white and also green. The photograph that shows that it's a color like that blue, white and green. Blue color indicates the water, and green color represents vegetation, and also next the white color represents the clouds. Earth is surrounded by atmosphere of nitrogen, oxygen and water vapor. Earth have nitrogen, oxygen and water vapor, and it also has a layer of ozone. Earth has also a layer of ozone. The most important one is the Earth has water. Earth has oxygen, nitrogen and water vapor, and also ozone layer, and also it has the most important one of Earth is what? The water. Earth has the only planet which have water. And these all conditions means the nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor and water. These all conditions support life on Earth. And also Earth have that soil. The Earth has the soil which allow the plants to grow. Earth has the soil which allow the plants to grow. And next the temperature on Earth is very a lot. The same temperature, there is no same temperature in all sides of the Earth. It varies, and we have more or less constant temperature between day and night, and it is about the Earth is about 149 crores 591 lakhs 591 149 crores 591 lakhs kilometer away from sun. 149 crores 591 lakhs kilometer away from the sun. That is why it is neither too hot or not too cold. The Earth is that the Earth shape is geoid. What is meant by geoid? Geoid means slightly flattened at the poles. Earth shape is geoid. Geoid means slightly flattened at the poles. And it's take 365 1/4 days to revolve around the sun. Earth take 365 and a quarter days to revolve around the sun, and also 24 hours to is on rotation. 24 hours to rotation, and the revolution takes 365 and a quarter days. And because of that rotation, the earth we get days and night. Earth's revolution that it's a rotate west to east. That's why we see the sun at east and the sun sets at west. The next is satellites or moons. Satellites or moon. The small celestial bodies which revolve around larger bodies or planets are called satellites. Small celestial bodies which revolve around the larger bodies or the planets. These are called satellites. And planets move around the sun. At the same time, the satellites also accompany with their planets. You already know that the planets move around the sun. Yes, at that time, the planets satellites also accompany with the planets and accompany to their revolution. And satellites may be human or natural. Maybe sometimes natural satellites also have. And human-made satellites are sent to space for collecting, but to collect information on the celestial bodies. Why we send human-made satellites to the space to collect the information on the celestial bodies. And these satellites, the human-made satellites are launched by rockets. Human-made satellites are launched by rockets. And the moon is the natural satellites of Earth. Moon is the only natural satellites. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Mars have many moons. But Mercury and Venus have no moon. Earth has only one moon. Okay, the next Earth's moon. Earth's moon. Earth has only one natural satellite, that is our moon, and it is the brightest object in the sky, but no light. Earth's moon has the brightest object, but it has no light, and it is around 3,84,400 kilometers away from Earth. Moon is 3,84,400. 3,84,400 kilometers away from the Earth. And the one revolution is 27 days. The moon's one revolution is 27 days. And the moon's surface is rocky and also that dust. Moon surface is rocky and dust, and it has larger holes on that its surface. The moon's surface have larger holes. These holes called craters. The holes which has see in the moon, that it has a larger holes. Moon have a larger holes in its surface, and these holes are called craters. And in the moon there is no air in the moon, and also there is no life in the moon. And sometimes moon look completely. When we see at night time, we see the complete bright moon. At that time we see that at the full moon, at that bright moon time, we say that day is a full moon day. When we see the full bright moon, that day we call that full moon day. But it gradually reduces its shape, and then next 15 days we cannot see the moon. At that time we say that new moon day, full moon day and new moon day. Full moon day and new moon day. It to say that 50 days. Full moon days means when we see the moon in bright, that day we say that full moon day, and next gradually it reduces it is shape, and then it reaches the 50th day, there is no moon, we cannot see the moon, and when we cannot see the moon, that day we say that new moon day, full moon day and new moon day. After this two, that this new moon day and full moon day, in between 50 days, visible in 50 days, and the various sizes of the moon visible at to us during the month are called the phases of the moon. The various shapes of the moon, the size. When I say that, then when we can see that bright moon, and it reduces slowly it reduced, and when it reaches the 15th day, we cannot see the moon. And the reducing the various that sizes of the moon visible during that time, during the month, are called the phases of the moon. In our yesterday's class, I already told you that inner planets and outer planets. In between the inner planets and outer planets, there is an asteroid belt. What is asteroid belt? Asteroids are asteroid belt. Asteroids are the broken parts of the planets. Asteroids are the broken parts of the planets, and this is small rocky bodies or the broken parts of the planets. What is asteroid? A small rocky body or the broken parts of the planets. What is asteroid? Asteroids are the small rocky bodies or the broken parts of planets, and most of them can be found orbiting the sun in a belt. Most of the asteroids can be found in orbiting the sun in a belt between Mars and Jupiter. We can see the asteroids in between Mars and Jupiter, inner planets and outer planets, Yes. In between the Mars and Jupiter, we can see the asteroid belt. Okay. Example of Ceres. Ceres is a dwarf planet. Is the largest asteroid belt. The Ceres is the largest, or the dwarf planet. Ceres, you already know that it's a dwarf planet. Is the largest asteroid belt. Yes. Okay. Then next, meteors and meteorites. Meteors and meteorites. Meteors and meteorites. What are meteors and what are meteorites? A tiny piece of metal or rock which came into existence when asteroid breakup. It is called what? Meteors. And when it reached the earth, it burned up. When the meteors reach the earth, it burn up. The shooting stars are not at all stars. Shooting stars are not at all stars, but meteors that is streaking across the sky. The shooting stars are not at all the star. Is a meteors that is streaking across the sky. And when these objects fall the surface of the earth, when the burning meteors that reach to the surface of the earth, it is called meteorites. When the burning meteors reach the surface of the earth, at that time we call it as a meteorites. Okay. Then next, comets. Comets. Comets are small icy bodies. Comets are small icy bodies that revolve around the sun. Comets are the small icy bodies that revolve around the sun, and they glow with the light of sun. Comets glow with the light of sun. have you heard about Halley's comets? The Halley's comets, it appears in every 76 years. It is seen once in 76 years, Halley's comets. And it was last seen in 1986. Halley's comets last seen in 1986. And recently in 1996, the Japanese astronomer discovered the Haliquet comet. In 1996, a Japanese astronomer, he discovered the Haliquet comet. It is the brightest comet ever seen over last 20 years. The Haliquet comet is the brightest comet ever seen over the last 20 years. So this is our first chapter, that is the solar system, and galaxies, asteroids, and the celestial bodies, planets, and 8 planets, and the solar system, and also comets, and moon, earth, this all. Okay, then one question was that why Earth is called a unique planet? I already told you that why Earth is called a unique planet. Earth is called a unique planet because in Earth only we can see the life. The Earth only we can see water. So we say that Earth is a unique planet. Oh, okay. Our chapter is over now. Then we are wind up now. So see you tomorrow. Goodbye.